Hey Math 1 Prep, how are you guys doing this week? Have the new notes for today. This one's going to basically deal with area and perimeter of different types of shapes. As long as you know the formulas, it should be pretty simple. I'm going to do part 1 today, which is just the area and perimeter formulas of certain polygons. Let you work on some problems, and then we'll go back to the next part tomorrow. I think I'm giving you a little too much all at once with these videos, and I need you to kind of chill back a little bit. Doesn't mean you don't need to do your work, but I think you need to kind of chill it back a little bit. I think I'm giving you just a little too much. No big deal, but hey, we're all learning right now, so here we go with your notes. Okay. 2.4.2 is area and perimeter of polygons. What I decided to do is literally just draw what the polygons that we're going to be using are. You can see I got a slew of them here, and then we're going to stop there. Okay? I'll show you some problems that you can maybe do, and we'll be done with that for today. So you've got your square. The perimeter, you just add the 4 sides. So it's side plus side plus side plus side, if I say these are the sides. Area is going to be a side times a side. Okay? Pretty easy. Your rectangle, perimeter, is going to be adding up all the sides. So we have a length, we have a length, a width, a length, and a width. I'll move this a little bit. So the perimeter is going to be 2 of the lengths plus 2 of the widths. It's the same for the square if you want to label it that way. And the area is going to be length times width. Okay? Next one is our parallelogram parallelogram. Now, this one's a little different because perimeter, you can simply add up the 4 sides. Okay, but they're not really considered length times width or length plus width. They're actually a little different in that respect. You have to be really, really careful with parallelograms. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is in a parallelogram, you actually need what we call a perpendicular height. That's what's going to find you your area. Okay, so I'll label that H. Here's your length. Here we'll just call it a side. Okay, so the perimeter is going to be, once again, well, that was good. Let's see if I can get that back. Okay, there we go. The perimeter is going to be 2 of the lengths plus 2 of the sides. However, the area is going to be a length times a perpendicular height. Okay? That's so unbelievably important. And a lot of times to get that perpendicular height, you're going to need to use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? Now we'll move up to the trapezoid. Same thing with the trapezoid. We have a length. Oh God, what's with me today? We have a length. We have a side. We have a side. And we have, actually, I'm going to switch this a little bit and call this the top base and bottom base. That's going to be a big deal. And we're going to need a perpendicular height here. H. Okay. So the perimeter, again, it's just add the two bases plus the two sides. But when it comes to the area, you're now looking at 1/2 the height times the top base, so we call it base 1, and the bottom base, we call it base 2. Okay? Then we have your rhombus. I'm actually going to write this one off to the side because I need the middle. The rhombus is going to have all these sides, and they're all the same. So it's kind of nice. It's like a square. The perimeter is going to be side plus side plus side plus side. The area is where this gets a little different. We have a diagonal here, and we have a diagonal here. Okay? One of them is called D1, the other one is called D2. And the area is going to be 1/2 D1, D2. Okay? So that's how you're going to actually find a trapezoid, or goodness Lord, a rhombus. D1 times D2 times 1/2. It's not really that big of a deal, to be honest, but just making sure you know what it is. Okay? And then lastly, no, almost lastly, we've got our kite. Now that one, the diagonals are drawn for you. Here's D1, here's D2, side, 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 side. So when you find the perimeter of the kite, you're just, again, adding up the 4 outsides. Your area is very similar, in fact, it's exact to your rhombus. It's 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Really not that hard, to be honest. You just have to remember it. Okay, and then lastly is our circle. And I'm going to throw in a radius, because the perimeter is actually the circumference, which we use 2 times pi times r for the formula. The area is simply pi times r squared. Don't get freaked out over these. It's just the radius times 2 and then a pi and then r squared. So like if the radius was 3, it'd be 3 times 2 is 6 pi for circumference. If it was 3, you'd square it. 3 squared is 9. You get 9 pi. You're done. Unless it wants the decimal answer, then you put it in your calculator. Okay? Easy breezy. Remember, perimeter is the outsides. Area is the insides. Okay? Perimeter is outsides. I'll write that down for you. Perimeter is always just the outsides. Area is the insides, and you might need a perpendicular height. Okay? Now, the one I don't see on here, and I'm not sure why, is the triangle. I don't know why the triangle was missed, so you know what? I'm going to actually draw it really quick. I apologize for that. I don't know why. Oops. I don't know why it was not put on here. That's really bizarre. Not a surprise, but really bizarre. So here we have our triangle. Okay, we always have to have a perpendicular height here in order to do anything with area. Now the perimeter, okay, we have a side, and we have our base, which we can call another side. So the perimeter of the triangle is basically going to be side, side, and a side. Okay, no big deal. Add up the outsides. It's kind of how they all are, really. This bottom S is also considered a lot of times a base. So when we do the area, we do base times the perpendicular height. Okay, don't forget it's got to be that perpendicular height or it doesn't work. Now we've got them all. Can't believe that the triangle wasn't on this template. My bad on that one. But there are your notes for today. Now, I'm not going to continue with the next part yet. What I want you to do, let's see. Here's a perimeter and area problem. Oh, no, never mind. This has got to do distance and stuff, so forget that. We're not doing that yet. You know, I'll be honest with you. I think that is it for you today. There may be, let me double check really quick. There may be a practice worksheet that I've got for you. Let me double check on my files real fast. Oh, I do. I have a practice worksheet for you to do today. So here's your 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 formulas. Don't forget the triangle off to the side. We'll stop here today. Do the worksheet. You should be good to go. Okay? Have a great rest of your day, you guys.